Hi, my name is Natalia and I'm coming to you from Denmark, and this is my knitting podcast. I wasn't sure if I should podcast today because my son tested positive for COVID yesterday, and right now we are all waiting for results. We don't know if we are sick or no, but I decide if I will don't make it now, then that probably will be a long time before I'm up here again and will probably don't remember what I was talking about. So let's do this short but sweet. I will talk about, as always, what I'm wearing, my finished objects, my work in progress. Um, yeah. As always, down below you can find the link to my another social media like Ravelry page or my Instagram. If you have some question, you can always write them down below or um, send me messages on another um, social media. So let's start with what I'm wearing. Last time I was showing you this like finished object. This is my 3-color faded sweater what I was making for myself. It have this long turtleneck. Then it have I think it's called raglan or modified raglan, I don't know. It's when you increase just for body first and then you increase it for the sleeves. To have drop shoulders and a boxy body, and down the bottom they have split hems, what is shorter in the front and longer in the bottom. I really like the fit, and I like this yarn. It was 100% merino wool. Yeah, it's much softer as previous what I make. This had more positive ease as with previous one. I decided to add a couple of more stitches. First, before I blocked this, I thought that it's maybe too big, but with the drape, what the yarn is given, it's really nice. It is big sweater, but it's nice to have on, and I'll probably will get a lot of wear with this, so I'm really happy with this finished object. As I told before, it's have like 3 colors. I started with this highly variegated color, then I faded in this blue. It's hard to see here transition, but I was fading here, and here you can see more clearly transition. In real life, I cannot see transition here, but on the camera, I can see transition to another color here and darker. I didn't put a lot of dark color on the sleeves because I wasn't sure how much yarn I will have, but in the end I had a little leftover on blue, but I had more of this blue in the bottom. Yeah, really happy with the sweater. I make some notes, so maybe later I will put this in a pattern. I make notes how I was making this with all gauge and all this, so possibly I can make not just one size but a couple of sizes with this. I think it's really easy sweater to wear for every day. Right now I have this just with pants, but I probably think you can get this in with sweater or with dress, and easy everyday sweater. So yeah, that's what I'm wearing. About finished object, I have just one finished object and it got small. I was showing you this last time as a work in progress, but now it's ready. This pattern is called Oh Gnome You Did It by Imagine Landscapes. She's doing a year knit along. It's called Year of Gnomes. I knit previously 2 of her patterns to another gnomes, and I thought I will don't do the 12 patterns, but then I thought like, why not? It's a fast and easy project, and they are really fun. So for this one, I use 3 colors. Pattern is called for 4 colors, but I use 3 colors. This, I don't know, orangey rustic color. It's reloaded merino by smokestack yarn, the same as this gray color. And the body, it was mini skin, what I get and some swap, if I remember right. I didn't knew that it was striping because the way I was put in the skin, I didn't knew that it will be striping. Maybe I will insert picture how I was choosing the colors and with that mini skin. So I made knit the body with that striped mini skin. The pattern also have this cute pockets, so I made them also in this yarn. And then hands, I also make this in striped yarn, so it's look quite strange. Yeah, but for me it's okay. It's look quite nice. I didn't try to catch like color because I basically had 10 gram of this yarn, and the pattern is called for at least 14 gram of this yarn, so I knew that I'm short on the metrage and this, so I made the sleeves the hands how that was, and I made scarf maybe a little too long, but I like it like this. And then the fun thing that this gnome have this head, but it have like 3 parts. Yeah, and there's quite cute tassels in the end of each of them, so it's really nice. I kind of like it. I put this on the shelf with my previously made gnome, so I will insert the picture that you can see. But yeah, really nice. I think I pulled this project maybe in 2 days, not like constant knitting, but yeah, it's fun. It's sometimes fiddly because you don't have a lot of stitches on the needle, but it's quite cute. So that was my first gnome for this year. I don't know which I will be making next one. I'm still thinking. There's the couple of gnomes what I like there's one with color work, lower color work, I like it, and there's 2 gnomes with the cables all over. I also like this too, so maybe I will cast on next month one of that. We will see. I don't know, but that's my one and only finished object for today. Then last time, I believe I also showed you, I don't remember now exactly. I casted on socks. It's Rye Light by tincanknits. I had this yarn. It's yarn from, just a second, I have the label in the back. So this is yarn by Lana Grossa, and it's called Soya. So this is quite soft yarn and quite nice like feel. It's not that scratchy like sometimes woolly sock yarn can be. It not feels like Regia, for example. It's much softer as Regia, if you know Regia. So yeah, this yarn have really interesting content. It have 60% pure wool, then 20% polyamide and 20% viscose. So I think this viscose make it feel that nice. I don't know, but it's quite nice. It's have yarn have 400 meters in a 100 gram skin, and I'm making this socks. Let's have this pattern garter stitch panel here in the front. I made this in men's size. So what I made, I followed the pattern. I make cuff. I didn't follow for how long they want this, and I know that I like to knit the cuff for 10 rows, so I make this and then continue with the pattern. It's a free pattern. I mark basically every 2 rows, every 10 rows here, and yeah, this marker, I have this differently just to mark the place where I pick up for the gusset, and when I decreased to the right amount of stitches as flags, and from there I just knit until I thought it's enough, and then make toe decreases and sew the toe. So this is my first sock, and I casted on second one. I'm not that far, so basically I have cuff, and then I have, I believe, little more than 20 rows for the leg. Yeah, and I'm slowly working this. I'm knitting this on Eddie's Rio. Cannot pick up the third needle. Yeah, Eddie's Rio. It is short needles with a short cable. I like them for socks. I told before that my gauge is looser with them, so it's easier to knit men's size socks because they go like faster. Yeah, that's a yarn what I have back. First I was afraid, I didn't weigh the yarn after I make first sock, so first I was a little scared if I will have enough for second, but I make the second sock already second time, because on the first time couple of rows, like maybe 10 rows in the pattern, I spotted that I have a drop stitch what was going all the way up. I tried to pick up it, but I didn't like how it looked. It looked like there's some mistake in the pattern. I didn't want to leave it there, so basically I just ripped back and started again. So after I rip it back, I weighed the yarn and I have 57 grams. So I thought like, okay, I'm sure I will have enough, because then first one took less than 50 grams. And I'm sure they will have pair from one ball of yarn. So yes, that's my first work in progress. My second work in progress, it's a sweater. So I have a lot of sweaters, like pullovers in my wardrobe, but I don't have that much cardigans. And I actually like to wear cardigans. So this year I decided to make more cardigans. I already was thinking about this last year, and I make one, I believe. So this year I decided to make more. And I really wanted to have some cabled cardigan with some this shawl collar. Yeah. So I was looking around, and then I saw that Crazy Swag Lady, she's hosting with one more podcaster call for cable sweater. So I said like that's a great opportunity to do this. The many people are doing that, so I went through a lot of through forum and looked what another people was doing, but then I went through my queue also and looked what I was planning to do before, and I found that I have in my queue sweater what's called Rowe by Michele Wang. I will try to insert picture here. I really like that sweater, so I decided to go with that. I don't remember what yarn the sweater is called, but I had around 15 skins of this yarn in my stash. It's called Vital Superwash by Yartagan. It's Danish brand. I get this yarn on a distash. Someone was distashing this yarn, and I decided to go with this. It's 100% superwash wool, and it's have 115 meters in a 50 gram. And the yardage on that another yarn was what the sweater was knitted was similar, so I decided I will go with this. I like the color. It's like gray, but it's I don't know, have some tones, some darker and lighter tones to this. I like how it looks, so I decided that's nice color for the cable sweater. The one thing with this pattern, it's an older pattern, and that was the way how I started to knit the sweaters. It's knitted in pieces and bottom up. Yes. So that's now we mostly are knitting sweaters top down, and you can try this every moment and see how it looks. But when the sweater is knitted in pieces and bottom up, you should just trust the pattern and go with that. There was one problem with this sweater that I wanted to avoid. The sweater is quite long, and I'm not the really tall person, so I know that this long sweater look strange in me. It's making me look even shorter and look like I borrowed the sweater from someone. So I decided to crop it. Um, but this is quite problematic when you do bottom-up construction. So right now I just hope I measure what's how long I want it to be. I measure like from just on the body to put in this to me, and then I also measure this to another sweater, which length I like, and it looked like okay. If no, then I thought like I will make back two fronts, then we'll maybe try to assemble it and try. I know that it's not full look, but maybe I will see from that. So let's see what I make for now. For now, I had finished back piece. Don't know how good you can see this. It's have this main cable pattern in the middle and two with the same pattern on two sides, and then it's have this double moss stitch in the back. So that's literally my back part, and right now I'm working on my front. Yeah, and I'm in the middle of the row, so I'm working my front, and I started to do decreases for underarm. So front part have just this small cable pattern and moss stitch here, and then I will need to do another side. Yeah, and because it's cable and the yarn is quite like, it's like eating yarn. I believe here it's already, here is like 4 skins and here it's already 1, so it's already 5 skins of the yarn. I have 15 in total, and because yarn is, I don't know if it's discontinued or they just had some another label, but it's not something what is like freely available now. But I hope if I'm on the 5th skin now, I will couldn't finish it with this skin, but maybe I will use half more skin, so it will be 5.5, then 7 skins will be in total, front and back. Then I will have sleeves and big collar. The one question about this collar I also have, that it's have like it's like double, so it's knit and then folded and then stitched too, I believe. And I don't know if it will not look too bulky, like that there is too much of fabric, but we're gonna see. So I'm working on this sweater, and it's take a lot of time because it's have like 2 charts then I should work with, and I don't have that much time to do this. Now I still going through exams at university, and now my son is also sick. He don't feel that bad yet, but I feel like it started because he started having fever and cough and all these things. Yeah, my last work in progress, what I'm also putting some working, some a lot, because I'm pressing myself to do this. It's my cozy memory blanket. It will be hard for me to show what I'm adding now, because basically I finished one row what I was doing. Last time when I was talking before with you, I thought that I need to make 3 rows on top and then 2 rows on the side. I finished one of the rows what's on top, so basically I have 2 rows on top and 2 rows on the side. Yeah, I have no clue what I'm gonna show you. So this is 2 rows. No, it's actually side. So on the side, I have this row to finish and this one. So I'm just adding squares as I want. Last time I counted and I needed less than 100 squares to add. It was like 97. So I basically started like counting down to motivate myself to finish it. So now I have these 2 rows going and 2 rows on another side on top of the blanket. And there's also like I'm just going through my yarn leftovers like this. I have big basket when I put yarn for this project. I'm picking the yarn, taking it, looking if I can put this somewhere where I'm knitting now, and then I'm knitting in. So that's what I was working this week on. Yeah, basically really ready to finish it. So yeah, hopefully somewhere in the spring or in summer I can show you this blanket fully finished. There's a lot of work in moving all the ends, but that's basically all for me for today. I hope to make a video next week also. I don't know how that all will go with that. If you don't gonna get sick all at home. Basically, we are all vaccinated. I and my husband was vaccinated 3 times, so with 2 and booster. Then my daughter have 2 vaccination because she's under 18. They don't do third shot here in Denmark yet. And my son was vaccinated just once, and he was supposed to get second vaccination today, but then now it's gonna be postponed as he gets sick. Yeah, they had a lot of kids at school sick, so yay. I hope all will be good, and I will come to make video next time. Until then, see you. Happy knitting. Hi.